Monday Live. Welcome to our Monday Live. Every Monday we're here at 5 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So welcome, guys. We are here as we are every week. And today we are talking about the ICE raids that are happening all over the country and are, getting worse and worse. I'm doing this live from San Diego, and you've probably seen all the viral TikToks everywhere about what's happening in San Diego. How ICE agents a couple of days ago raided a restaurant just before dinner started, around 4:30 p.m. They raided the restaurant. They were wearing combat uniform. They came with grenades. And the crazy thing about this is that they detained all the workers in the restaurant, including the U.S. citizens. And that is a next level thing that we haven't seen for years, where U.S. citizens who are detained because they work in the same place where the raid took place. And of course, the city, the people of the city of San Diego were, they wouldn't let the agents to leave peacefully. So they had, demonstrations and all that. But nevertheless, it was crazy. So, these raids are going to continue, guys. These raids are going to continue. It's going to get worse and worse. So we need to talk about this, what it means for us. And let's see here. And just get your feedback, like what's happening in your cities. What do you see? Thanks, Kikan, appreciate it. As always, you're here. We have a lot of our regular viewers here today, and we're talking about what it means. This enforcement, how it's going to impact what is going to happen with just people being able to go to work. The fact that who are these judges signing these warrants? Like, they actually had a warrant signed by a judge. They did have a warrant signed by a judge. I actually spoke to somebody that was there. So the question is, who are these judges that are signing these warrants? Because, there were no criminal people there. There were no cartels. There were no, nothing crazy. They were just, looking at enforcement. Like, they had a few people in the kitchen that apparently they didn't have any paperwork. So they took them, but they could have easily done that with an audit, like sending them a request to provide all the documents. Why would they have to come in with full gear? And the reason why it's happening right now, guys, is because enforcement is on the rise. The government has a quota of 3,000 people that they need to deport per day. And the only way they're going to be able to do this is by doing these huge raids and actually making people want to voluntarily leave the country, right? Now, if you guys want to join me on video, I will post the link here on YouTube, so you can join me on YouTube. If you want to join on video on TikTok, just line up, request to join the video, and I will get you guys on camera in a minute. Just line up. Give me a minute to get more people to join. And as always, if you're watching this live, make sure you share the stream, share the live on TikTok so more people can join us. So use the share button at the bottom and share it. Exactly. And get more people to join us on the live today. So share the live stream. Let's see here. Put the media part here so you can right there. You get the all right. Let's get some questions going here. Cryptic asking, I'm a religious worker, but I'm very distinguished in my work. Am I eligible for the EB-1 visa? So that's a good question. So to determine if you qualify for the EB-1 visa, we need to look at a few criteria. There's, the EB-1 visa has several criteria. We need to look at, do you have a critical role in what you do? How extraordinary you are with publications. Do you have a high salary? If you don't have a high salary, can we show that you are well known in your industry, based on, again, the media coverage that you have, any judging that you've done. Are you a peer? Other members of your in your industry are looking up to you. Are you kind of like a known person in the industry? So we're looking at judging, media, all that kind of stuff. If you have that, then we can do it EB1A for you. So make sure you reach out to me. Emerson is asking, what is your take on traveling with advanced parole? No criminal background, no. I think you should be fine. If you don't have any criminal background and you are traveling for a good, legitimate reason on the advanced parole, then I don't think you will have an issue, and you should be able to travel. Liz is asking, can you give us some information on military parole for my husband is a veteran. So are you trying to do this for yourself or for a child, right? So military parole in place is something that we can do for spouses. And obviously, if you have a child that came with you before the age of 18, then he'll be able to file for you, and you'll be able to get the child also involved in that. Rose is asking, my husband got approved for the 601A waiver. How long does it take to get an interview after approval? Guys, it depends. If you have a 601A waiver, that means you're applying for a waiver to come back to the United States. It depends on the embassy. Most embassies will take about 6 months to schedule that interview. So we'll have to, you have to follow up with the embassy that you're in. All right, let's take our first video call here on TikTok, and then anybody who wants to join on video on Instagram, I posted the link right here, and you can easily join us and ask your questions. That's what we're here for. Yes, Tamir, what's your question, and where are you from?
How you doing, Jacob? I'm glad to join your TikTok live. I had just a couple questions.
Sure.
My brother, he granted us political asylum, and then he applied I-730, and he sponsored his family.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to apply for a green card for his spouse and children.
Okay.
I just wonder how much is the fee for that, and am I need to wait like 1 year, or I can apply right away?
So you just got your asylum now?
No, it's for my brother. He already got his green card.
Oh yeah, so he can apply. He can.
I mean, how much is the fee for the immigration?
So.
So
I mean, I don't have the fee chart. You can look at the USCIS fee chart and look at the fees for the I-130. But it's probably going to be, how many people in the family? Two. So it's probably going to be a couple of thousands for the forms and everything. It shouldn't be too bad. And they're based where?
They are here now in Texas.
And they're in legal status here?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you apply I-730, so they go through the immigration process and get it.
Got it. They're already here. Perfect. Yeah.
Here, yep.
Yeah, so it's just a regular adjustment of status. So probably a few $1,000, and then they should be fine.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Of course.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Ken is asking, are you taking more clients? Yeah, absolutely. We are taking clients all over the United States, in all 50 states. And all you have to do is, if you're watching this on TikTok, there's a form that I just posted on the screen. You can use that form. Thanks a lot. And put your information there, and or use the link in my bio, guys. If you're watching this on TikTok, there's a link in my bio with my phone number there, and you can text me from the live. We always like the people to text us from the live, and you can book your appointments right now. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram, the number is right there on the screen. And let's see, we have questions here on Instagram. Top Ibro says, is it safe to travel on advanced parole? It is safe to travel if you have no problems. Herman says, no sound. You can hear me now. Can you guys hear me now? You can hear me, right? let me see. How do you apply for I-751? You have to file the form. You have to actually file the form, and that is the form to remove the conditions on your green card. All right, let's see. Let's take, we have more people waiting to join us on the live, and we'll get Angel right now. And if you want to join me on the live on YouTube, I posted the link here, and feel free to join us with that link. Angel, where are you from, and what is your question? And once again, guys, if you're watching me on TikTok, please follow my account if you haven't followed me yet. And also share the live so more people can join us as we are sharing the information. Today, we're talking about ICE raids in San Diego, but also in other cities. We're talking about the increase in enforcement and the fact that ICE agents don't care if you have a warrant or not. They'll just detain you. Angel, what's your question and where you're from?
Hey, thank you so much for accepting my request.
And do you have a video? Is your video working?
Well, I've never tried it before. If it's okay, that
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah.
So I'm from Afghanistan, and I applied for asylum like maybe a month ago.
Okay.
I came here on a student visa. So I also have like my husband in Sweden, which I do not include him in my asylum case. And now my question is that I don't know like how long it will take like for the overall process to be approved. But can I include him? I don't know like how long it will take for him to join me.
I mean,
this is just
you should be able to include him. You should be able to include him. I mean, like I said, as long as you haven't been approved yet and you've been married before you filed, then you should be able to include him. It's a matter of filing the right forms.
Yes, when I applied for asylum, like during the form, at one point it says, please upload like the ID card or details of the family as a dependent, which you're not including in the case. Okay. And in there, I uploaded like my family, including my husband's information.
Okay, so you did mention him there, right?
I included him there, but but he's not my dependent to be in my case.
Right. So because you need to add another separate form for him to make him a dependent.
But the case is already gone, and I'm now having my biometrics soon.
Okay. Well, there should still be a way to add him. You can try. Like I said, right now they're very particular with asylum people. You know what I mean? But I think you should still try, as long as you have not been approved. Do you have a lawyer that helps you with the case?
No, I did everything for myself since I'm a student. So
That's
I was like, let me do
No, there should be a way for you to do it. There should be a way for you to do it by adding the form. You know, like I said, if you need help, just reach out to my team and we can just help you with the form. But there should be a way to add him before you get approved.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And since I don't know, like the asylum case is already. I already submitted my applications,
right?
But I will still see. But he is not physically here, and for the asylum, that person needs to be here in the United States.
That is correct. That is correct. So that is a very important point, because you cannot have some asylum for somebody who's not here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have to find a way to get him over here too.
Okay.
Okay.
And then after that.
And then we can add him once he's here. Okay.
Okay. And just one second question. If I just, in case, like not approved for a very long time, and I remove my case and then I leave United States, what are the circumstances in that case?
Well, I mean, if you abandon your asylum, then you lose your case. And then there'll be consequences of you coming back, because they might look at it as fraud if you didn't finish your case. So be careful with that. Before you do that, make sure you speak to a lawyer before you abandon your asylum. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you so much.
Oops. What is this? Here we go. TikTok is playing tricks on us. All right, let's see. We've got Ahmed is asking a question on YouTube. When I talked with my lawyer about something in my receipt notice, instead of he fixed it, he withdrew from my VAWA pending case. Can he do that? Can I sue him for not giving me a reasonable notice? So listen, your attorney can withdraw from your case at any time. They don't owe you anything. I mean, obviously they have to give you reasonable notice and they have to do it properly, but your lawyer is not obligated to stay with you on your case at all times. Lawyers sometimes withdraw from their clients' cases, for whatever reason. So, but he should be able to give you a copy of your case. He cannot withhold documents from you, and you should be able to find a new attorney. Emmanuel says, can I file for a fiance or wife? Which one is quicker? Which one quicker? A fiance visa or a regular I-130? I think it really depends on which country are you from, right? So, if you are from, let's say, Nigeria or the Philippines, your case going from Manila, I would go with a marriage case. Fiance visa is not going to help you that much. But if you are from any of the European country, from almost any other country in the world, fiance visas are still not quite fast. So fiance visas are very useful to file, and I would definitely consider a fiance visa if you are from a country that is usually slow for fiance visa. I would go with the fiance visa for countries that are typically slow for marriage cases. So, but if you are going from countries that are really typically slow for both fiance and marriage cases, go for the marriage case, because this way you're going to save a few steps. All right. Kenya is asking any DACA updates. So any DACA guys who are watching, I'm going to give you a DACA update right now. I've posted a video a few days ago. Here's the thing, Kenya. So that's a good DACA update for you to know. So new DACA applications, so first-time DACA applications are coming really soon. So in the next few months, we believe that people who never filed for DACA before or expired their DACA are going to be able to file for new DACA. And the reason why is because the case that was heard at the Fifth Circuit essentially is going back to Judge Hainan in Texas. And the reason why it's going back there is because they want to make sure that the judge is going to rule, basically rule on the merits, in the sense that they're going to make a decision, to make it official that people who live in Texas are not going to be able to get their work permits for DACA, but anywhere else they'll be able to apply for work permit renewals, and also first-time DACA applicants will also going to be able to apply, right? So all these people that have their cases pending since 2019 should start getting their cases being adjudicated. That's what we think is going to happen in the next 3 months, because like I said, the Fifth Circuit didn't really rule on that decision. They're sending it back to the local courts for Judge Hainan to make a decision, and that decision should be to prohibit people in Texas to apply for work permits and essentially allow people from all over the country to apply for first-time DACA. So that is what's going to happen. I think some good news for that. And we don't think DACA is going anywhere. Thanks, guys, for the hearts. And remember, guys, we've got the challenge. Our cloud heart is still waiting for you guys to pop it. So, if you're watching this on TikTok, let's do it. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. We've got DACA Indian citizen to O1 possible, and what's the wait time? This is from our November. Of course, yeah, you can convert your DACA to O1, and essentially this way you get legal status in terms of a possibility to upgrade your O1 to like an EB1 case. Right now it's taking about 8 months to do that. So if you need help with that, use the link in my bio, or as you can see, there's a form that TikTok is pinning for us, guys, and you can use that form to send me a request for a consultation. This is something that we are providing for you guys because you're watching this on the live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, look at the form. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a number on the screen that you can use to book your consultation. Because you're watching live, I'm giving priority to our live viewers to book consultations with us by texting the number on the screen. Or if you're watching this on TikTok, use the form or the number in my bio to book that consultation. All right, guys, we've got a lot of questions coming in here. Chibaz is asking, a petition for my son for follow to join as a green card holder, and on his medicals, there's a new medical test to be done. It's called a molecule test. This is a new test they're adding that they're checking for all kind of viral diseases, and it's not a big deal to do that test, but they're requiring it on the form. Luis Henriquez has got here a priority question asker. EB2NIW I-140 approved, out of status more than a year. Is there any chance of getting this approved? Interview scheduled for June 12th. I would be very careful, Luis, because what's going to happen is, guys, is this. If you filed for your green card based on employment and you were out of status for more than a year, that means that you guys are, that means that you guys are out of status, which means that you can't change your status inside the United States, right? So that means you have to leave the country. If you leave the country, you're going to be subject to a 10-year bar. So in your case, I would definitely reschedule this interview. Right now, if your case is going to get denied, you will be placed in removal proceedings, Luis. So I think we should have a consultation to discuss the strategy. Should we withdraw the 45? Should we reschedule? If we reschedule, what do we do? Did you apply for advanced parole already in the past? Did you use the advanced parole? You know what I mean? So we need to analyze your case in more detail. I'll be more than happy to help you. I have a couple of Brazilian cases right now that had the same situation. Unfortunately, other attorneys filed their petitions. So send me a text, Luis. The number is on the screen. And please mention that you were on the live. Do it right now. And I'll help you get your, if you are out of status and somebody filed for your green card employment-wise, like an employment petition, it is going to be very difficult for you guys to get your green card from inside the United States. And if your green card is denied, you will be placed in removal proceedings. So be very careful before going for your interview, whether it's employment or family-based, because you only have one shot. What am I talking about, this one-shot thing? A couple of months ago, there's a new policy coming out from USCIS. And the new policy is very simple. It says that if you are applying for a green card and your green card is denied, then you're going to be placed in removal proceeding. Don't have the opportunity to refile your case, which means that you got to be very careful as to how you file your cases and how you plan your strategy, because obviously you don't want to be in removal proceeding, right? Nobody wants to be in removal proceeding. So let's see. I did change my apartment in the same address last month. What should I do? I am under Venezuelan paroles. ICE moved my appointment scheduled for June 12th. I'm afraid. I would reschedule your appointment, because if you're going to go for this appointment, most likely you'll be detained. A lot of people are watching this live right now. If you guys were on parole and your parole was canceled, so it could be an issue. I would be very careful. And Louise, I see you have advanced parole. Excellent. Did you use advanced parole? If you use advanced parole, we might have some options for you. But in any case, send me a message, Louise. I'd love to help you. Like I said, I have a few cases right now that are going through the same adjustment right now, like this. And we want to be able to, let's see here. We've got quite a few people on Instagram here. We've got, how long does it take for a green card replacement? This is Mr. Dito. I've been waiting for 5 months now. It's taken about 18 months to get a green card replacement. Adjustment of status from F1 to OPT marriage. What's the best way to do this? From F1 to marriage. Well, the best thing to do is for you to file the adjustment of status as soon as possible, because if your student status is going to be gone, then you'll be placed in removal proceedings. Silver Joe is asking a question. If I should still choose F1 over F2B, I asked you a month ago and you told me to get back to you after May's bulletin. I don't think you should change yet. I didn't see any major movements. Thanks for coming back from the May live. For now, I wouldn't make any changes. I wouldn't make any changes for now. Corey's is, I'm from Antigua, Caribbean. My I-130 F3 category was filed in 2020. In 2022, I received a notice that it's actively being reviewed. When do you anticipate an approval and possibly to get the green card? Again, it depends on your priority date. So if your priority date is coming up now, then you should be getting your approval sometime in 2026. But if your priority date is further ahead, then until, even if you get approved for your I-130, which you will be approved by the end of this year based on this timeline, if your priority is not current, you're not going to get any visas. Guys, if you want to join on video on YouTube, I'm posting the link right now. Let's see some of your faces on the video. Let's take another video call here on TikTok. We've got a lot of people that are waiting, and I will take you guys in the order that I see you here. So, and also guys, if you're watching this live, please share the live. There are many of you here on TikTok. First of all, follow me, number one. Then number two, share the live. And number three, send me a text from the my bio. There's a phone number there, and request your consultation because you won the live. Do this now. Send me a text right now from the live so I can get you booked. Cami, what's your question and where are you from? And if you have video, put your video on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can see you, but I can hear you. What is your question? Let me know.
For some reason, my video is not popping on, but I have a question. If my priority date is March 9th,
okay,
for EB3,
okay,
it has been on March 1st for probably about 2 years now.
Right.
And I'm wondering, can I change jobs even though my I-485 is not filed yet? Do I have any options?
So right now you're in the labor department phase, right? You're in the perm phase.
No, I'm actually waiting now for I have the perm and all of that, the I-140 and all of that. So I'm waiting now for the date to become current for me to file the I-485.
So your 45, your I-140 has been approved. You're waiting for the.
Yes.
Have you been waiting for more than 6 months?
I've been waiting for over almost 2 years.
Okay, so I-140 has been approved over 2 years ago. 45 is pending over 2 years, right?
No, the I-485 has not been filed yet because the attorney says that we have to wait on the priority date. The date that is currently serving EB3 right now is March 1st, 23, but my priority date is March 9th, 23. Got
it. So the thing is this, until you file the 45 and the 45 is pending for 6 months, which is only going to happen once the dates are current. If you leave this company, you lose your sponsorship. You're going to retain the I-140 date, but a new employer is going to have to refile your perm. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to keep that priority date, which is good, but you're going to need to find a new employer who's going to file for your perm, which is not that simple these days to find an employer like that, right? So that's the only good thing. The good thing is that you can keep your priority date. The bad thing is that you're going to have to refile the perm. What I mean by that is that anybody who's going through the green card based on employment, you have to go through the labor department first and then the immigration, right?
Right.
In your case, you're done with the labor, you finish with immigration, step number one. But if you leave that employer, you retain the date, but you have to refile the case. So you can go back into being that, you know what I mean? Which again, if you find a better job and you want to do it, then do it. Just, I want to explain to you how it works so you're aware of what's going to happen when you move.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, so basically that's my only option then, just basically to wait. Is it possible for me to kind of say, okay, can I change from, say, EB3, which it was filed under, and file it under EB2? Would that work?
Well, it's possible. It's possible to change from EB2 to EB3. It depends on a few factors, right? So it depends on, are you basically, are you somebody that meets the requirements of EB2, right?
Yes.
So if you have the requirements of EB2, then potentially we can do it. We can switch you from EB3 to EB2 because it's a little bit faster, and then you'll be able to finish your green card. But it's important to analyze if you qualify under the EB2 requirements, which if you are, then yeah, it's not that hard to do.
So would I be able to keep the same priority?
Absolutely. You'll keep, we call this porting, right? We're going to port you from EB3 to EB2. You're going to keep the same priority date. The only time you're going to lose, well, you're never going to lose your priority date. The only time you have to refile is when you change employers. Okay.
I'm just in another spot, so I did fill out your form, and I really want to.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Like a consultation.
Absolutely.
I think I really need.
Let's do it.
Help with this.
Absolutely. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. So we'll help you. Yeah, fill the form and also try to send a text as well, just to speed up the process. We're testing to see which one is faster. So send me a text. The number is in my bio. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. I look forward to helping you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. You know, guys, the long wait times of these visas make people so frustrated that they're trying to find ways. How do we move from EB2 to EB3? A lot of clients are trying to apply for the self-petition EB1A. EB1A is for people that are highly skilled. And so what we decided to do is we decided to create a profile building service where a lot of people that are almost qualified for the EB1 or EB2 national interest waiver, they need a little bit of help. They need to know which articles to publish. They need to know which memberships to join, what else they can do to help. So we are doing a profile building service to help more people qualify for the self-petition. This was just launched a couple of weeks ago. If you are interested in the profile building service, all you have to do is, I'll put the number here on the screen, text profile building, and our team members will contact you. And the same thing on TikTok. Use the form to register, or send me a text. The number is in my bio, and text me profile building right now, so our team members will know that you want to try to qualify for a self-petition. You can be an engineer, you can be a professional, a teacher, somebody that has experience in their field, and you're doing something unique, you're making an impact in your community, and you want to see if you qualify for the self-petition. We want to help you get there, because maybe you're not an EB1A right now, maybe you're not an O1 right now, but you could be one in 6 months. And so we decided to work with our clients and help them get qualified. So once again, the number is on my screen: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and for TikTok specifically for you guys, go to my bio. There's a text number there. Text profile building right now, and I'll tell my team to reach out to all the people that need profile building, and also to see if you guys need that help. All right, we have Maggie, who is interested to go on video with us on YouTube. We'll take Maggie, and then we'll take Maggie, and then we'll take one of you guys right here. Maggie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Maggie, can you hear me? Please put your camera on so we can see your face, and let me know where you're from and what is your question.
My camera isn't working. I'm from New Jersey, but I just have a quick question to ask you concerning what is going on now. So I want to find out, for people that is going for their court proceeding, especially the asylum seekers, does that mean that anytime they go to court, their case will be dismissed and people will be arrested immediately? So my question is that what is the purpose of the lawyer there if the case is being dismissed and their client is being detained immediately?
So that's a good question. In fact, I made a video about this on YouTube. I'm releasing the video this week. It's called ICE Detentions at Courthouses, What to Do. And so here's what happens. If you are in the country, applied for asylum, and you came here in the last 2 years, okay? You came without inspection in the last 2 years, or you have certain criminal convictions that make you deportable immediately, right? Those people, they go for their hearings, and then what the judge is doing, he says, wait a minute, there's been a change in circumstances, okay? Change in circumstances. And what happens then, they're requesting to file a joint motion, or they're basically dismissing the case. Now, when somebody's case is dismissed, they're immediately subject to removal and deportation at that moment. As soon as they leave their hearing, ICE agents are waiting for them in the corridors of the courthouses. This happened in San Diego last week. I happened to be walking down the street. I saw people screaming. They don't care about the lawyers. Now, what the lawyer can do is two things. The lawyer can reschedule the hearing, number one. And number two, if the judge dismisses the case, the lawyer has 10 days to file a motion to reconsider that they disagree with the fact that the circumstances have changed in their client's case, right? So that's what the lawyer can do. But it seems like lawyers were not able to do anything when the clients, when they were walking out of the court and they were taking their clients in front of their eyes and detaining them. The lawyers couldn't really do anything, right?
So from what I'm understanding now, so most people that they are dismissing their case is because they're in the country less than 2 years and they have
Correct.
a criminal case.
Or criminal case. Most of these people have been here less than 2 years and they are subject to expedited removal. That's the reason why their cases are being dismissed.
Oh, okay.
They're being expedited removed because the Trump administration in January released new guidelines that said, if you're in the United States less than 2 years, we can remove you without a court hearing. So they're trying to clear all their dockets to get rid of as many people as they can, so they can obviously deport people that obviously are not going to be in court anymore. So that's the trick. That's what they're doing.
So
guys,
somebody that has been here for like 7 years with no criminal record, and the person have a court proceeding, does the person have chances or not of not being dismissed the case?
They're not going to dismiss their case because you've been here for more than 2 years, and unless you have a reason for them to dismiss it, they're not going to just dismiss it. You understand?
Oh, okay.
So you're fine.
I was thinking everybody that goes to court now, they dismiss the case, the next is detention.
What is it?
I was thinking everybody that go to court proceeding, their case is being dismissed.
Not to everybody. It's only people that have been here for 2 years or less, or have some criminal convictions. Those are the people that are being their cases are being dismissed, and they'll be deported. All right.
So does asylum seeker qualify for any financial aid when they are going to college? Like if they apply?
It depends on your state. Some states will do it. Like for example, in California,
it's not risky to their application. It's not a risk if they apply for asylum and if they apply for financial aid in college and they are granted, does it affect their case in court?
No, it doesn't affect their case.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm just friends.
Thank you so much. All right, so we have some questions here on TikTok. Is it true that there are plans to cancel the I-601A waiver in July? These are just rumors. I haven't heard anything concrete that they're going to cancel the 601A waiver. 601A waivers are designed for people who are in the United States and they're applying for to legalize themselves because they enter the United States without authorization. The 601A waiver is the best way to legalize people like that, right? Yash is asking, can I file a 45 after 90 days on a B2 visa if our F3 category date is current and we're documented qualified? What happens if we get an interview notice abroad during this time? It's a great question. So you're inside the United States, you're here legally on a tourist visa, and now your date is current. So now you want to file for adjustment of status. You're filing for adjustment of status, but at the same time, the embassy is calling for your interview. What do? Well, I would basically I would basically notify the embassy that you're going to be in the United States doing your adjustment of status, and this way they will transfer your entire file to the United States, and you can do your adjustment here. You can have both. So if you have an interview overseas and you're not going to go to the interview, make sure you let them know, and then all right, guys, let's take another video call here on TikTok. We have a lot of people joining right now, guys. Remember, we have the heart challenge right here. The cloud heart. I want to see more of that. More people are submitting the form. Submit the form. Amazing. And also, I want to see more people send me a text from our number inside the bio on TikTok. You want to do profile building, we can help you there, or book consultations. Do it through the live. You get priority, guys. And for you guys watching this on YouTube, I offer you this every single time. You can use the number on the screen, send me a text, and you can book your consultation with me. All Right. Let's see what's happening on Instagram here. We've got a lot of people here. Just is asking, what is that? I'm hearing that if someone is on an IR1 for less than 5 years, they're planning on reviewing to see if the marriage is legit or not. Is it true? So the question is, somebody has a green card, less than 5 years, they're planning to review those cases. Well, what it means is that, and I posted a video about it. What it means is that if you are here and you're married to a citizen, right, and you're going to be applying for your citizenship, okay, and this marriage has been in the past 5 years or even more, and you got it based on marriage, they will be questioning you more during your citizenship interview, right? Your citizenship interview is going to become like a second marriage interview. They'll question your marriage. They'll go back 5 years, 7 years. This is what I'm talking about. It is happening right now and all over the country. So if you're watching this live and this happened to you, let me know which state you're in, because I want to see the impact of this on some of the places. Is UCS still waiving interviews for I-751 cases? Yes. Interviews are still being waived, although less people are being waived, but people are still being waived. Quite a few people to this day are still getting their green card without an interview. And also, cases are still being processed for the case. Let me see here. Ernest is here. Said what they did at Buena Forquesta. I agree with you, Ernest. This is a restaurant in San Diego, one of my favorite restaurants in San Diego. And they raided that restaurant. They arrested a bunch of people. They detained U.S. citizens at the restaurant. They spread fear, and it creates a lot of creates a lot of fear and anxiety in among immigrants. And I feel sad for the workers there, because, like I said, there was no reason for them to come with all these weapons. Carrie Beller. Oh, hi, Carrie. I remember you. You got my citizenship last year. This is all thanks to you guys and your team back in 2020. Oh my God, my adult kids are going through it now. Thanks, Carrie. I do remember you. You were very helpful in our Facebook group, and I wish you all the best. And you're a citizen. It's good to see our clients come back on the lives, to see them do well in the country, become citizens, and then they sponsor other family members. Ernest says, I have a consultation with you on Wednesday. Amazing. See, Ernest took action. He booked a consultation. And that is amazing. Let's see here. Ernest, make sure that they booked you correct time, because I'm going to be traveling to New York on Wednesday. So I'm wondering if they might reschedule you, because I have an urgent meeting in New York this week. So they might push you to, we'll have to kind of take a look at that. How are we going to do that? Can I be deported if my sister-in-laws calls ICE on me after I got a 10-year green card through marriage in good faith? We're not separated, not divorced. I'm currently in another relationship. No. Once you have your green card, nobody can call immigration on you, right? So once you have your green card, people can threaten you with calling immigration, but there's nothing they can do, right? Immigration, they need to, the only time that you can have an issue with your green card is that when you travel and you come back and then you had a criminal issue in the past, then immigration, will be there, then that could be a problem. Thanks, Milky. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right, let's see. We've got G here. G, I think you were in the live last week, right? I think I remember you. G, are you here? I don't see G. Let's try again. G, can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. If your camera is, put your camera on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check real quick. Yeah, now you can see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yes.
What is your question?
Okay. I entered the US last year in October.
Okay.
I got removed proceeding. I'm arriving alien. I got removed proceeding at the airport.
You came last year, right?
Yes, last year in October.
Okay.
So I applied an asylum at the airport.
Okay. You said you have a credible fear.
Yes.
Okay.
So now I've been given notice to appear, which is 2027 on June.
Okay.
6 months later, I got married to US citizen, which was this year on April.
So your hearing is this June coming up, right?
No, 2027.
2027. Got it.
Yes. So now I got married to US citizen 15th of April.
Okay.
Okay. So my question is, I've been see couple of attorneys. Two of them, they said I have to apply I-130. After it's approved, then I'm going to apply 485 with the court.
Correct.
And then another attorney told me, since I'm an arriving alien, I can apply everything with the USCIS. So that's why I ask you, what's your opinion on this?
I think you're gonna probably have to do it with the court, and I'll tell you why. Because right now, USCIS don't have jurisdiction over your case, right?
Okay.
There's no jurisdiction. So you're gonna have to file the I-130, right? Once the I-130 is approved, you have to expedite it. Once it's approved, you're gonna go back to the immigration court and say, "Hey guys, I'm married to a citizen. Let's dismiss this court case," right? If they agree to do that, then you're gonna be able to file everything with immigration, right?
Okay.
But if they don't agree, then you'll continue with the court. You'll just adjust in court, which I think sometimes is faster, to be honest with you.
Oh, in court, do you think sometimes it's fast?
Sometimes faster, yeah. Depends where you are. But I had a lot of cases where it went much better than USCIS.
I'm in Texas, Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas is not that bad. The court's
yes, but my court is in San Antonio because when I came in, I give my address as Austin.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's too early to decide what's going to happen with your case because we don't know what the policy is going to be in a year from now, right? Right now, what you want to do is file the I-130 as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Get it filed and try to expedite it. If there's sometimes ways to do it. And once you do that, then let's focus on figuring out what to do with your adjustment.
Thank you so much. And my second question is...
And G, what you're going to do is this. Because you're on the live with me now, I want to offer you to send me a text later. Write down the number, and so I can help you with the I-130. I can help you anywhere you are in the country. That's really our specialty. So send me a text and let you say that you're on the live and you're the guy with the asylum.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir.
Perfect. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Very good, guys. That's what we're here for, guys, to help you navigate the process. It's a little bit less intimidating to see an attorney on video, giving their time to our clients, to people, and then you're able to interact with so many people. You know, there are so many attorneys on TikTok that are spending their time, giving their time to the clients, educating people, and there are hundreds of other attorneys who are not doing that, right? They're not doing that. They're busy doing other stuff, but they're not spending the time with you guys on the live. And so take advantage of this opportunity. You fill the form at the bottom of the screen. Send me a text. The number is in my bio on TikTok. And say, hey, I'm on the live. I want to take advantage. I want to fix my thanks, Naima. I want to fix my immigration. I want to ask questions for my sister. I want whatever the issue is. Take advantage of this opportunity to book your consultations. And so yeah. Jessica says, what does it mean if the local USCIS send my application for military parole in place to NBC? It means that they're just moving it because of staffing. They just need more people to process your case. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. So American Warrior says, if this guy just came in last year and all of a sudden he's already married to an American citizen, that smells of a fake marriage, and immigration is going to dig into that because of it stinks. Well, you know, that doesn't mean anything. You know, many people come here and they marry you a citizen, as long as you can prove that it's a real marriage, then immigration will take it. There's no limitations on, nobody says that you have to be here 10 years and then marry a citizen. Some people come here and they meet people and they fall in love. As long as they can prove that it's a real marriage, then they will be able to get their benefits. You shouldn't make an assumptions. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, we have kind of haters that join our lives and say bad things, and so people are not happy. Even when I posted the video about the raids, people say, "Oh, these people at the restaurant, they deserve to be raided." Why do they deserve to be raided, right? Even if these employers, let's say they employ a couple of undocumented immigrants, you realize that most restaurants in the United States, most of them, if not all of them, have at least 20% of their staff undocumented. You can walk down Fifth Avenue. ICE can walk down Fifth Avenue and go to every single restaurant on Fifth Avenue, and I can guarantee you that in New York, 20% or more are undocumented. I know in San Diego it is, because you can't find people to do the dishes, do the back of the kitchen stuff. Most of the people are undocumented. That's just how it is, and it doesn't justify this kind of use of force. Marissa says, I was able to get a spouse visa through your firm in 2023 outside of the US. Now I'm here in New York. Thank you for your help. I just want to ask if I have to register for the alien registration. No, you don't. Marissa, you don't have to register, because when you come to the United States, they already inspect you. So they already assume that you registered. So you don't have to register again. You're already registered. You're good to go. Amy says, by mistake or system error, if CBP doesn't have the record of the date you entered the United States, then how do we prove the date we entered? Is there an alternative way to show? That's a good question. So you should have a stamp in your passport, or you can file Form I-102 and you can obtain your record, right? But normally they'll also stamp your passport. That could be another way to prove that you're here legally in the United States. All right, so we have a lot of good questions here on TikTok. Guys, remember, if you're watching this now, make sure you follow me, number one. And number two, I want you to share the live. So there's a thing at the bottom of your screen. You can share the live. Please, so far about 25 people shared the live. Thanks, Sophia. I appreciate you. 25 people shared the live. I want to see more people share the live. And so more people can join us and also follow me. And you can see a form at the bottom of the screen. And I'm going to, thanks a lot. I'm going to pin this form, and you can use that form to get in touch with us. And also, thanks a lot, Sophia, I appreciate you. And also, you can use the link in my bio. There's a phone number there. In TikTok, there's a number in my bio. Send me a text right now, so I know you're on the live, and you can book your consultation. You get a priority to book a consultation with me. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. I don't see my I-94 and exit dates. You can see my I-94. You don't need a green. You don't need that because you have a green card. If you have a green card, you don't need an I-94. That's why you don't see it. What questions do they ask in an F1 consul interview that has been humanitarian reinstated? They usually will ask you for family relationship, how you connected to the family and all that kind of stuff. Thanks, guys, submitting the form and everything. Let's take a few more people live on TikTok. We've got a lot of people waiting. And I'll do my best to take you guys in order that I see you. Elisa is asking, where are you located? Elizabeth, I'm in San Diego, California. I can help clients in all 50 states. Nazumi, Nazkumi, where are you from?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. If your video is working, put your video on so we can see you.
Okay, let me
try it.
This is my first time. Let me see if I can
try it. And for Elizabeth and Angela and David, we're asking, I'm in San Diego. We have an office in Connecticut as well. We can help clients in all 50 states. we can also represent clients telephonically right now. So,
Okay. Calling
yeah.
from so
Tell me.
he's a permanent resident for quite some time.
Okay.
But he's gone to an attorney before and tried to I don't know what to call the permanent process, but he's tried to get the whole citizenship process started, but the attorney has told him to wait because he owes taxes.
Okay.
So he owes taxes, he's self-employed. We're trying to figure that out, like when can he apply for citizenship if he owes taxes, and can he be detained if he's traveling internationally between Mexico and US?
Okay, so in terms of taxes, let's understand that you owe taxes, your husband owes taxes, and he wants to apply for citizenship. So the best thing I can tell you what to do is he needs to go on a payment plan with the IRS. As long as you're on a payment plan, you don't have to pay all the amount. You can pay whatever you can, and you put a payment plan, and I can use the payment plan to apply for citizenship. That's what I would do.
Do we use an attorney to help us with the payment plan, or does he?
No. The payment plan is simple. You call IRS, you request a payment plan to make payments on the taxes. Very simple. They send you a form, you sign the form, and you're good to go. It's automatic.
Okay.
You need an attorney for the citizenship because we need to explain to the government why the payment plan still qualifies him for citizenship, which is where I can help you with. Okay? So take advantage of the live, send a message in the number in my bio, and I'll remember you. You just say, my husband is the one with the taxes. I will take care of you.
And then what about, can he be detained if he's traveling internationally?
No. Owing taxes is not a reason for detention. The green card holders that are being detained are if you have criminal record, minor criminal record, even then, serious traffic violations, serious meaning that you had a warrant, that's serious, not just speeding, and green card holders that stayed longer than they should have in their home country. Everybody else are fine. He's going to be fine. Okay?
And then traffic violations, not like,
Traffic violation, like you have a warrant. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? All right.
Thank you.
So, yeah, send me a text and I look forward to it.
Okay.
All right, guys. So, yeah, we have a lot of questions about the green card holders, like who can travel, right now. Right now, what happens is that they have a system, right? They have a new system, and that system that they have is essentially flagging people when you cross. So you put your fingerprints, and they have a system that they flag people by multiple categories. If you're a green card holder, they can see how long you've been outside of the country. They can see your criminal background all the way 30 years back, and you'll be flagged and you'll be sent. So if you have any of these issues, don't travel until you speak to an attorney that can help you, alleviate that situation, right? So, guys, please share the live. Quite a few of you, at least 22 of you, share the live already. It's simple. You look at the bottom of your screen. There's an arrow. You click the arrow. You share the live, and more people are coming. And you guys are getting more points if you are sharing the live, so we can join more people here today. And if you don't follow my account, please follow my account. Some people see the live from their For You page. Right now, it pops up. Welcome that you're here and join the live. And those of you on YouTube and Facebook, do the same thing. Number is on the screen. Use that number. We have a person here on Instagram. Patricia on Instagram is asking, what's the deal with student visa? What's the deal with the student visa ban? Now, I did a full webinar. If you missed it, I posted it everywhere. We'll post some snippets from that webinar later this week. I've done one on Sunday specifically for international students. The bottom line is this. We have an injunction right now with the whole Harvard thing. So Harvard, for the moment, is not allowed to stop students from coming to Harvard, but the injunction is going to be lifted in a couple of weeks. At the same time, no new student visa applications are acceptable at U.S. embassies and consulates worldwide. So if you're trying to get a student visa and you're trying to apply in the U.S. embassy or consulate overseas, you're not going to be able to do it because right now they're not taking any new appointments, right? So that's going to be a big deal because students cannot come to America, and that's hurting everybody. It hurts the economy. It hurts everybody. So the third thing is that if you're inside the United States, you're still okay. If your visa has been revoked, and you have legal status in the United States, you're still okay as well. And that's basically the update with the students. We will tell you more once we have more. All right, we got a lot of questions here. I received a ticket by mail in 2019 for making a right turn on a red, which I paid. Does this count as a criminal record? No, it doesn't. However, an example of this, somebody had a ticket by mail, he made a wrong turn, and he paid the ticket, but it didn't go to the right place. And so what happened is that he had a warrant. Now he left the country, and then he came back, and then the warrant triggered his arrest at the airport. So so the traffic itself is not a problem, but the warrant itself is an issue. Is a speeding ticket not a warrant for arrest at the airport? No. The ticket itself is not the warrant, but if you get a warrant because you didn't pay the ticket, then now they will detain you at the airport. They'll do that to you. Do you have to be in the US to do the profile builder? This is from Nepal to tour. No, you can be anywhere in the world. So once again, guys, what he's talking about is that I announced 20 minutes ago is that if you want to apply for a self-petition, so let's say you're an engineer, let's say you're a teacher, you're a professional with a degree, and you're here in legal status, or you're outside of the United States, and you want to apply for EB-1A self-petition or EB-2 self-petition without a job offer, just based on your skills, we can help you improve your profile, build your profile. We have a program. It's a 3 to 6 months program. And he's saying, do you have to be outside of the US? No, you can be outside of the US and still we can work with you on Zoom or whatever and help you qualify. So all you have to do is send me a text and say profile building in the text, and then we'll contact you to help you, qualify for the self-petition, because now is the time to do self-petition. Why not? Everything is slow. Things are a little bit slower, and people might qualify for self-petition. So text me profile building, and we'll get you guys moving. Person is asking here, N400 interview canceled for no reason. What to do? So listen, guys, this is what happens. Immigration is canceling interviews for no reason for N400 for adjustment of status as well. They're doing this because of staffing issues. They're doing this for other internal reasons. It doesn't mean that your case is bad. What it does mean is that once they cancel your interview, it is your responsibility to follow up with them to make sure they reschedule your interview. Because if you'll sit and wait, nothing's going to happen. Fortnite is asking, are your consultations free? And the answer is no. Our consultations are not free. They're a reduced rate for people who are watching the live. Okay, if you're watching the live, you're going to get a special rate, but they're not free. Why aren't they free? They're not free because we can't help everybody, right? We have a limited number of people at the office, and people that are investing in their immigration future are going to pay a minimal consultation fee because you have to have some skin in the game. You have to pay, so you will show up for your appointment, and you're also going to be committed to taking action with your case. We've noticed, there's research that says that people that don't put money where their mouth is, they're not investing in their future, they're not going to take action. It's like you buy a course, and if the course is free, you're not going to watch the course. But if you pay some money for the course, at least you'll make an effort to watch part of it, right? It's the same thing. We're giving you legal advice. You have to return the attorney. Most attorneys that respect themselves will charge you a consultation fee. It is the right thing to do. And if you go into an attorney that doesn't charge a consultation fee, you're not going to get the attention you need. You're not going to get a deep enough analysis of your case. So stay away from people that don't charge for consultation, because like I said, you respect yourself, you will pay a professional that will take the time to review a case and, and be able to give you the right. Ernest is asking a good question. Is ICE carrying the raids illegally? No, the raids are legal because they're getting a warrant from a judge. I'm asking myself, who are these judges? These people that raided the restaurant in San Diego, they had a warrant. They had a legal warrant from a judge signed by a federal judge. Who is this judge? I want to know who this judge is, and what was he thinking when he signed a warrant allowing them to raid this restaurant at 4:30 p.m. when they started doing the early bird dinner, where you had kids and children and mothers, and they were showing up there with 6 trucks, 35 agents with guns, grenades. Who is this judge that is signing this order? I want to know who the judge is so we can make a TikTok or a video about him and make him feel bad about himself, because it's ridiculous what he was doing, and it's just, you know, the amount of now the beautiful thing is that in the city of San Diego, everybody went to the streets, everybody protested, and they left. They detained 2 people from the restaurant, but they left covering their faces like cowards, the cowards that they are, running away. You know, after coming here with full combat gear, you would think that they were going to arrest drug dealers. You know what I mean? Oh my God, this is a cold coffee from like 2 hours ago. There's something about drinking cold coffee that gives you this, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, but it is what we have right now. I couldn't even go to the restroom. Listen, I'm here for 2 hours. Notice that I haven't gone to the restroom. I drank a lot of water. I drank all this. Still have a little bit of water. I haven't gone to the restroom. Holding it in for you guys. This is dedication. You tell me, this attorney on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, didn't go to the restroom for 2 hours just so he doesn't interrupt the live to be with the customer, with the clients, with the viewers. So let that be known on the record. Now, guys, talking about YouTube, my YouTube friends, let me take one more question here, and then we're going to end the live on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram, and we will continue with our TikTok family. If you want to keep seeing the live, move to TikTok as well. In the meantime, as I'm sipping my cold coffee, before we talk, we take the Singh's question, who applied for N400 based on marriage, 3 years green card, but in the interview, she was going so deep on the marriage, which is fine, but my attorney said, withdraw the case now, they investigate my marriage. Now, before we answer this question, which is a very good question, because this is the new reality, guys. Singh, this is our new reality. The new reality is that, and I posted a video about this, is that if you have a green card, they're going to investigate your green card, how you got your green card, when you apply for your citizenship, if it's based on marriage. That's exactly what's happening to Singh right now, the question that he's posting, and I'll explain it in a minute. So you applied for your citizenship based on a marriage, 3 years. And they feel that they need to go deeper because that's what they do right now. They're going to investigate the way you got your green card at your citizenship. They're not happy with something. Maybe the file doesn't have enough evidence. Maybe there's enough information that they want to see. Right now, immigration are reevaluating. They're investigating green cards going back 5 years. And they're doing this at citizenship interviews. Those citizenship interviews are becoming green card traps. And that's exactly what happened to you. Now, if you're asking me if you should withdraw your case or not, I'm not going to answer this in public, Singh, because I have no idea about your case. I don't know what happened, and so we need to figure out what happened with your case. And if you want a second opinion, Singh, and I think you should, because we do a lot of these cases, and before you withdraw your case, we need to understand why are they doing this. Are we going to fight them at this case at this point? If you withdraw your case, there's complications, there's implications. If you don't withdraw your case, there's a strategy behind it. So what I'm going to tell you to do right now, Singh, in front of everybody here, is that you're going to send me a text right now to this number on the screen, and you're going to book your consultation so we can investigate together what is going on with your case, why are they doing this to you, what is going to be the next step to handle this, versus just withdrawing, and there's going to be whole other consequences, could even impact the future of your green card. You might lose your green card if you don't do this properly. So let's work together. Send me a text. I'll be more than happy to help you. That's really what I do. We got more haters here in the comments here on YouTube. Less haters on TikTok, more haters on YouTube. Veronica says, I have a T visa pending and also a final deportation order. I have to check with ICE in 10 days. Have you heard any arrests to victims of trafficking? Veronica, listen, anybody is a victim. Anybody could be arrested, right? Now, I don't think it's going to happen to you. Speak to your attorney. Be very, very prepared to the point they might detain you. Okay? It's not a very common thing that they do retain victims of trafficking, but I won't be surprised if they will do it. So be careful and speak to your attorneys before. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye to our YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram viewers. We're getting a lot of spam right now in the comments. We're going to highlight one of our spammers, Johnny Freeze, with a beautiful mullet. The bottom line is this: all illegal aliens must leave the USA to help the USA. You can't handle or help so many illegal aliens. The longer you stay, the more you hurt the US. This is one of our haters here. Listen, Johnny, I have to tell you one thing. Immigrants are going to stay. They're going to stay. They're going to do their best to legalize themselves. They're going to keep making our country amazing. And haters like you are going to stay in their rooms. You're going to be alone, a lonely man that you are from the picture that you look. And I feel sorry for you. But anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you guys on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We'll be back next week. And make sure you share the videos. Come back every week. And we'll keep posting. We'll keep, helping clients. And if you need help with your immigration matters, you know where to find me. The number's on the screen. Send me a text right now before we end the live, and so you can secure your consultation today. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Instagram. Thanks, Facebook. And we'll see you next week. Appreciate you all.